Hello, Klein families. My name is Adria Stacha, and I'm an elementary school counselor here in Klein ISD. I've had the pleasure of working as a counselor since 1993. I started out as Greenwood Forest's first counselor, and then in 1999, I moved to help open Hostler, where I've been ever since. I feel truly blessed to have lived and worked in this wonderful Klein community for so many years now. The videos in this series are designed to provide you with hands-on supports that will be helpful in raising successful, resilient children in today's world. The presentation I will be sharing with you will discuss how we, as adults, can help children cope with a crisis or a trauma. Everything we do in Klein ISD supports our district's vision, which states that every student enters with a promise and exits with a purpose. We are here to support the development of the whole child, including academic success and positive character traits. This presentation will center on ways adults can guide children to not only cope with a crisis situation, but hopefully come out even stronger and more resilient on the other side of it. This directly supports our district's vision. Wouldn't it be wonderful if such a sign as this appeared as we were heading into a crisis? Unfortunately for us, a crisis tends to be unpredictable by its very nature and occurs often without any warning. When a traumatic event occurs, there is a high probability, no matter the age of your child, that he or she will experience strong emotions as a result. Some children will react immediately to the situation, while others may not show signs until later. Reactions will vary according to the age of the child, but there are common behaviors that adults can watch for. Preschool and kindergarten children may regress to behaviors they have previously outgrown. For example, parents may see toileting accidents, thumb-sucking, tantrums, or the child being frightened about any separation from the parents or caregivers. Children this age may also have nightmares or have difficulty going to sleep or staying asleep. Children in the 7 to 10-year-old age range may display strong emotions such as being sad, mad, or fearful. They may avoid going to school and withdraw from friends or activities that they've previously enjoyed. Some may become hyper-focused on the details of the traumatic event and want to talk or ask questions about it all the time. Or they may shut down and not want to talk about it at all. Others may have trouble concentrating on their schoolwork or perhaps show a change in their appetite. Some preteens and teenagers respond to a crisis or a trauma by acting out. This could include engaging in risky behaviors, such as reckless driving and potential alcohol or substance use. Others may become afraid to leave home. They may withdraw from their families and cut back on how much time they spend with their friends. Some may have physical aches or pains or become overwhelmed by their intense emotions and find themselves unable to talk about them. This may lead to an increased arguing and fighting with siblings, parents or caregivers, and even other adults. It's important to recognize that each child handles traumatic experiences differently, but one critical factor to keep in mind is that children will closely observe the important adults in their lives during stressful situations to see how they are reacting and responding to the situation. This is an incredible opportunity for those adults to serve as role models on how to cope with a crisis in a healthy and productive manner. I will be sharing some suggestions from the experts. To help children cope with a crisis, adults should model a calm and controlled demeanor. Let children know that it's okay to feel upset, worried, scared, or angry in certain situations, but that it's also important to find safe ways to deal with their strong emotions. Promote expression of their feelings by letting them talk things out, write things down, or draw pictures to share the different emotions they may be experiencing. Talk about these feelings and then help them find safe ways to cope with the stress. Helping children develop a safety game plan of steps they can take in the event they ever find themselves in a situation that worries or concerns them can offer a lot of reassurance. This might also be a great time for your whole family to review your emergency preparedness plan, as this may provide a further sense of security to everyone involved. Encouraging hobbies that are a healthy distraction, such as reading, listening to music, drawing, spending time with a family pet, exercising, or any other such activities can be very helpful in reducing stress in children and adults. Have a discussion with your child to see which ones he or she would find the most relaxing. Deep breathing is a valuable tool for children and adults alike, as it offers a surefire way of calming down the central nervous system. Coach your child to calmly take deep breaths by breathing in slowly through the nose for 3 to 4 seconds, and then slowly exhaling out through the mouth for 3 to 4 seconds. It will be helpful for you to demonstrate and practice this with your child. I will include the link to a wonderful video called Just Breathe with the other resources used for this video. Just watching that video makes me feel calmer every time. Be sure to help yourself and your children focus on the positive. Celebrate the good things that already exist in your lives or that can be found in the situation at hand. This could include listing all of the things your family has to be grateful for, as well as recognizing the heroic and helpful actions being taken by individuals in the community. When you're talking to your child about the crisis or events that are happening in the aftermath, keep your explanations appropriate to the child's age and level of maturity. Stick to the facts and avoid oversharing or giving more information than he or she can handle. For every age group, adults should make every effort to present a hopeful outlook and a positive perspective on the situation. It's important to reinforce that your children are safe as best you can, as this will be of primary concern to them. If it is not yet clear that you're safe, you can instead focus on all of the steps that you and others are taking to keep yourselves safe and out of harm's way. Again, don't overwhelm children with details. Give honest and brief explanations about what has happened and what's being done as a response. Be available to answer questions as they come up, and let your children's questions be your guide. Children may ask the same questions over and over and over again as they try to understand the situation. So be patient and ready to answer their questions as they come, even if you've already responded to the same question previously. It's okay to give a truthful answer of, "I don't know," if it's information that you don't have, while also reassuring them that you are in this together. As you're talking to your children, it's important to hear their take on the situation and correct any misinformation they may have received. Be prepared to dispel rumors your child may have heard about elsewhere. Children often imagine that situations are even worse than reality, so offering developmentally appropriate facts and information can greatly help reduce their fears. The sensational nature of television, radio, internet, and social media coverage of any crisis is riveting, but the bombardment of images and information can be confusing and upsetting to children who can't adequately process and make sense of all that information. Limit their media exposure, and in reality, this might prove to be beneficial for the adults in your home as well. Children of all ages thrive on having a consistent schedule and maintaining a routine. This does not mean that you have to act as if life is completely normal during the time of a crisis, but getting back to a somewhat typical schedule provides a sense of control, comfort, and predictability, and helps children feel safe, secure, and protected. Children will begin to regain a sense of control if they feel like they can do something that makes a difference. Consider ways your family can assist in the community. Identify projects that will help others, such as writing letters, making cards, gathering food or clothing donations, and checking in on elderly friends or family members. Be sure to give plenty of physical reassurance to your children. A hug, pat on the back, smile, and sometimes even something as simple as a wink or a nod of the head can go a long way to make a child feel safe, secure, and loved. Unfortunately, we can't protect our children from the trauma caused by tragic accidents, natural disasters, acts of terrorism, or global pandemics. The way adults respond in a crisis, however, can help set our children on a path where they can become more resilient as a result. With a strong support system in place, they have the opportunity to not only bounce back from a crisis, but to also grow and be better prepared to successfully deal with unpredictable events in the future. This is a gift to your child that will truly keep on giving. The link for this presentation will be included in the comment section below so that you may go back and review any of the portions that interest you, as well as access the resources that were referenced and used to prepare the presentation. Before you go, be sure to check out the other informative videos that are available for you here. Thank you so much for your time.